All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, everybody. In Formula Student Germany 2013, everything's a little bit different here for me as well because I have to speak to different directions, but I try my very best to address you. First of all, a big sorry. We're late, 20 minutes on letting you in this event ground, and now 20 minutes late on starting this team welcome. Nevertheless, I'm pretty sure we will be able to cover at that time until tomorrow morning. And nevertheless, I would like you all to support us with giving a short hand to all the red shirts and everybody who managed to prepare with a 20 minutes delay all this event ground here today. So please, a great hand for everybody from the red shirts and everybody for doing that here. So thanks for that. But I think it's not only, and specifically not the organizers who deserve an applause, it's specifically you who deserve it, because we're extremely proud once more. We had, every year since 2006, we did have records. So it starts to get usual or normal for us. So each time it's more teams, each time it's more nations, each time it's more students. But this year, it's more than 30 nations that are here from different teams. It's more than 3,000 students, and it's more than 110 cars. I have the list here. So we have today now already registered 110. I'm pretty sure we're going to finish all the slots, and we'll have 115 in the end, all here on the event ground. However, I really want to make sure that we are extremely happy and proud that all of you have made your way here to compete in this competition, and I can promise you we will try everything that we can do to make it a very good competition and that you all can enjoy it. I don't want to say a very best one, but we will at least try our very best to make it happen. However, even though we are in 2013 now, I want to use the opportunity to show you some impressions of the last day of the last year's competition. So give you a short and very brief recall of what have been happening here in 2012. Now that's about what happened.
We finished endurance. Yeah. We haven't finished it the last 2 years, and so we really wanted to finish it here, and finally we did.
Accelerate.
This is our first finish of the season. We just wanted to show everyone how fast this can be. There's some quick teams still to go, and we'll see how that goes.
Right now we're seeing the fastest cars yesterday in qualifying. They're now duking it out for the endurance win.
So who do you think is going to win?
I don't know, it looks to be really tight. Any of these guys can win.
First half of endurance went well for us, and second half I just got in the car here on the restart and couldn't get it to restart. It just slowly cranked and would never light off. It's like the worst emotional roller coaster ever. You're just so excited to come in and drive the car and do well, and the sound of the engine cranking just going lower and lower is just like your heart sinking, your hopes disappearing.
That's your team, right?
Yeah, it's my team. It's so great. It was a great job. I'm really excited. We have finished the endurance in an amazing time, and it was a great job.
I saw you burned a hole in your car, right?
Yeah, I think there's a temperature problem.
I won't say I completely expected it, but I'm extremely happy with it. I mean, we'll wait for the official results to come out as always, because everything can change and nothing's official until the trophies are handed out. But we're very happy with how we performed today, definitely.
Let's see who the winner is of the electric team. E1 to you, Delph. The overall Formula Student Combustion winner of 2012 is... They did it again.
They did it again.
Car number 3, University of Stuttgart! All right, I was about to say at least the audio worked, but not quite. However, sorry for that one. I'm pretty sure we're going to sort that out as we do this the first time tonight. So sorry for that one. However, I think still you could see that there was some dynamic things going on. So I'm going to now lead you through the day or through the night. We'll give you a short welcome, what I actually already did. We'll show you a short freak show, just to introduce you a few of the people who are going to try to support you in executing this year's event. We're going to give you feedback from the feedback. That's always something that we do quite intensively because we think it's important that you know what we do with the hints that you give us to improve this competition. Then we'll go briefly through the schedule of the week. We'll share some general issues, and then we're going to start this competition. Before that, and before we do that, I would like to invite some people to come up here. And that will be the team captains, if you could show the next schedule of these teams. The eMotorsport Cologne, is there somebody? Can the team captain or somebody come up just to represent your team here, please? Just come. The AMZ Car E33, is there somebody? Anybody? I'm going to tell you later why, but you know, it doesn't hurt. Don't worry. It's nothing worse. It's nothing bad. Car number E33, can there be somebody here? Hello, welcome. Congratulations, happy to have you. Wait a second. Alp Flores, E17, and who can read can already voluntarily come up front earlier than that. Right, hello, good to have you. Thank you very much. So you are from Regensburg. Thank you very much for coming. Hello. Happy to have you. Welcome. Ladies first. Come up, please. Thank you. Yes, very good. Do we have somebody from here? Yes, fantastic. Thank you very much as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Fast forward team. Thank you very much for coming. Who else do we have? Who's missing? I can't remember that. Happy to have you. Thank you very much. Just come on stage. So we do have, I have to count actually. So we're not complete. Anybody missing? Hey, you miss a great opportunity. So nobody there? Nobody? All right. What do you think? What do you think you have in common? What do you think you have in common?
I don't know.
What do you think you have in common?
Sorry?
What? You know, you look, you know, come on, let's look at all those. What do you all have in common?
Team leaders.
A fantastic idea, but it's not. No. Where is Deggendorf? Yes, all right. Could you come up, please? Could you come up, please? Deggendorf, come. All right. And while you come, could we see a few pictures? Yeah, that fits actually to the lady. Yes, very sorry. We didn't know that. All right. Okay. I think I need to tell a story here because... okay. You recognize the positive thing, yeah? Very brave decision. Great done. Well done. Now, I want to... What do you think they have in common? You have any idea?
every one of them helped us.
Yes, exactly. And that is what you all have in common. And that is why we wanted to highlight that specifically. This poor team from Deggendorf had a great flood actually washing away their workshop, as you can see on this very nice, interesting pictures. And all these teams who we asked here on stage, on self-initiative, contacted them and asked to support and gave them parts, some money, cars, equipment, machining parts, and everything. And I think that is... Okay. All right. I think no further comment needed. I thank you very much, all of you, and we all appreciate this spirit that you do there. And I know that a lot of others would have helped if they would have been close. So I think this is a very well demonstration of how Formula students should deal with each other. Thank you very much, all of you. All right. Please. So now we're going to start with a real freak show, you know. Let's introduce you to the board of this competition. So Frank, Rainer, Daniel, I'm never sure if you're there, and Ludwig, if you could join me briefly. This is the Daniel always hides as soon as it comes to official things. So these are the people who are running that show. Ah, there he is. So thank you for coming up here. So you have seen us, and there is Daniel. Daniel is the one who is managing or trying to manage everything in the background, and normally quite successful. So thanks, all of you. You've seen them. Now I would like to ask our statics team on stage here, please, led by Barbara. Please come up on stage. So we have several people who are running the static events. Barbara, Robert, Rafaela, Joost, Cass, and Torsten, everybody here, that's great. So give them a great hand. And you know, you will see all of them again, I'm pretty sure. So, they're normally very fair, I say here, normally. You know? Okay, so please try to do that today as well, or this year as well, and create a good competition for everybody. Okay, all right. Let's have and see an equally important part, the dynamics. Could we see the dynamics team? Not too many today, but at least a few people. Rainer is maybe not coming on stage again, but he has a double role there. So Bastian and Jochen, thank you very much for running all the dynamics. Thank you. Then we have event support and event control. All these, that team, please come up. The ones who are not seen normally, they look like the real work, you know, here. They look like real work and all that. They stink a bit from oil and other things normally, but they are quite friendly people as well. And of course, supported by their red shirts. Thank you very much. Have a short one as well for scoring, timekeeping, and as well the electric people. So please come on stage. Very good, very good, very good. There they are. Yeah. What we can see here is wrong, you know, but yeah, we'll sort that out until tomorrow's scrutineering starts. You're a scrutineer, but I think you know, right? Good. Yeah, very well. No, thank you very much, and I think we will see some great innovations this year as well on how we're going to run this event. So thanks a lot, and see you all later. And then now we come to the scrutineers, but there is no scrutineer left who wants to show up. I think they're busy now. They're actually doing the pre-scrutineering, so we can't have the scrutineers here. And now I would like to as well ask the communication team, at least the part that is not busy right now, which would be the majority of it, to as well show up. Maybe we have Aliyah. Woo! At least somebody is not busy. So have Aliyah. It's quite a few more that are behind all that, shows and all that, so we will see some of them, but unfortunately they're busy during these days. And as well, I would like to give a great hand to all the unsung heroes that make this event happen. So thanks for everybody who helps here to prepare that event, and thanks for all of you to give these people the support they need.
Okay, today Pat's Corner.
Nope, stop. What's that? Okay. I don't know what that was, but however, now I would like to start with the feedback from the feedback. That's a very long thing. We always do that. We never had the feedback that the feedback from the feedback is not a good idea. So if you don't like it this year, you have the chance to give a feedback that the feedback of the feedback is not a good idea. However, that means we will do it. So it will be a very long and amazing thing. I just want to let you know, we had last year 247 feedback points brought in. Some of them are double, so that means it was overall 77 different ones. And out of those, 44 were positive. Thank you very much. That is a great achievement. But the 33 negative ones are the ones that we always look at in order to improve that competition. We as well have a feedback box. We as well have a feedback email. And we have screened all of them, and that is really true. And then we have a look at it. What is the top 10 of those? So can we have the top 10, please? Top one last year was the campground. Then second was the electric tent, the electric pits tent temperature. Then the testing in the tent, the electrics. We had a catering, specifically the kebab quality feedback. It's true, seriously. Scrutineering, energy efficiency rules, the award ceremony, medical treatments, wristbands, and English quality at briefings. So let's go through them briefly and show you what we have done. First of all, campground, that is an issue that nobody really likes, but it kind of got out of control what happened on the campground, which we had as a lot of feedback from a lot of teams. And we know that these things has happened by a minority of people. However, first thing, we added showers, or let's say, put it again, we're not responsible for the campgrounds, unfortunately, or fortunately, depends how you see it. But however, we asked the provider and the operator to add campground showers. They've done that. We have agreed with them on behavioral rules that we did not have in this respect in the past. You all had to sign them if you stay there. And unfortunately, that means as well you have to stick to them. And we're going to handle that strictly. So please keep things in order and within limits. As well, we had already some feedback that this is not always the case as it links to toilets. So maybe you can all be a bit more patient about how to use them. And I'm not sure if we need to do a training or something, but however, I already, one of the team asked me, couldn't we show a picture how that normally should look like, and then a picture how it does look like? I said, come on, this is a team welcome, we shouldn't do that. So we decided not to, but that is very important. And one thing is very clearly that we decided is, we don't make any differences. Each team is responsible for their alumni. So if people who have been in your team in the past will be on that campground and think that there's no problem to just misbehave, that's going to be your responsibility. I know that's not fair, but that's how it is. So then, try to make sure that you're able to handle them. One person I would like to specifically introduce is, we have introduced a new role. That is Mr. No Discussion Peter. Yeah? Everybody who meets him, Peter, where are you? Could you come on stage, please, that they see you just directly? Yeah, Peter. So that is Mr. No Discussion. Yeah, and he is not making jokes ever, but don't you think it's a bit too hard?
No.
Really?
I don't discuss.
Right. Okay. That's about the message that we taught him. He doesn't speak more than that normally. So thank you, Peter. You may sit again just for the while as things are calm right now. However, now I think you all got the message. We need to do that down, and I want you as well. I want you to know why we have that issue. Last year we had several police. I don't know the word, so I need to do top 10. Learning English quality language. However, we had several times the police on the campground, and they had to leave without being able to get the things under control. And they have approached us and told, you know, if you will not be able to manage that, there will not be a Male party anymore because you will not get the permission. It's as simple as that. So we have said, okay, we got to have this tracked, and we got to do that because I think we all want to have a great party on Sunday. So I hope that you as well finally in the end agree that it is a good way of doing it. Right, let's go on. The E10 temperature. We had last year a significantly too high temperature in that tent. So we have done a significant amount of things that we tried to do. We have extended the roof in the front. We have extended the roof in the back so that there is a certain sheet in that. And we took out the top upper wall areas out of the roof so that they can circulate air. And we have active air blowing devices, these orange ones, which you can use for heating, which we will not do as long as it's not getting very hot, very cold, sorry. And we have those as well in the e-charging tent. So we are confident that it's going to be better, but in terms of the weather forecast is providing us with significantly high temperatures at the weekend, we cannot actively cool it. It is going to be as warm as it is outside. So we hope that it will improve the situation, but we are as well going to track it and see that what we can do to manage that temperature down. The third issue was the electrics in the tent, and that did not work, and we had severe issues to get that under control. So what we've done is we simply took over the responsibility for that by ourselves. In the past, it was outsourced by a professional. Now the red shirts do it, so now it works fine. But that leads as well to a 24/7 availability of the service, so we can handle any issue with the electrics in the tent immediately. We have done a certain calculation on the consumption, and we separated like the lighting from other consumers so that we have, even if there is an issue, the lighting. So we do hope that there is no issue with that today. As soon as there will, of course, we have to fix it, but it should be okay. Then we had the issue with the catering. The first thing is very positive. We had some positive feedback things about the catering last week. This is an absolute premiere. But at the same time, we had a negative feedback on the kebab. Very interesting, it was actually one. But as it was so big, we took it seriously because it was 651 words and 2.4 A4 slides. Yes. The pricing. So, but, you know, I told you, and we said, okay, we're taking these things serious and we really want to improve. So we talked to the kebab manager and we said, okay, then we got to do something. And we asked him to improve, and then we asked as well for a FSG quality check. So can we see the quality check? Okay, so passed. Seems okay now. All right. In addition to that, feedback number 5 was on the scrutineering. That's a traditional feedback issue. We do have always, you know, the cars want to pass ideally on Wednesday, And so that means we have as well added another, this year again, a technical inspection team again, so that now we can scrutiny or do the technical inspection on 9 parallel cars. So that's as well one team more than last year, even though we have almost the same amount of cars. We will do some pre-scrutineering within the line, so there will be some checks within the line already where you get some ticks and some boxes so that can be done. There is as well, again, the online tool of the scrutineering status that we have decided to use more extensively this year. And as well, there is now an online invitation to everybody who is on track, so you don't need to be in that queue all the day. You can actually concentrate on doing the thing. So the next slide, that shows the scrutineering inspection status, and the next slide you can see about the status in the waiting queue. So please, if you use that tracking tool, you'll be able to see and track when you have to be in the queue. So that should ideally make it better, but of course you will have to check that tool. 6, energy efficiency. Last year we had a significant difference in between the performance of the electric cars during autocross and the endurance. So we looked at it, why that is, and that is very simple. The 1% lap time loss gained about a 10% more points in the energy efficiency points. So that means it balanced out to use less efficiency to drive slower for getting more points for the energy efficiency. That was the reason why we then changed the rules and reflected that time factor with a square in this rule now. And now as well, we have fixed the maximum energy at the same level as the combustion, so that it is comparably fair between the two classes about using energy. So that was in order to separate that. And that as well now allows us to mix the cars during the endurance. That's what we're most likely going to do. Of course, everything can always change, but that is the plan. We're going to mix the cars with each other in order to have a real like-for-like comparison between the electric cars and the combustion cars. All right. Then next one is this one. Very interesting. That was a drawing we've done a few months ago, and that was a very intense discussion about how to do this party setup. The result you see now is here. Here's some illustrations what we've done, what we could do, how we could do that, because we had the problem that there was the feedback that actually in the award ceremony, half of everybody did not get a single information or piece of what we have been doing here. So then we decided, okay, let's move this stage into the center, even though it's not really ideal, and I have to walk like a cat in a cage now. However, we said, okay, we want to try it, and we want to try to make sure that we can equally address everybody and get us into the middle, and so reduce the distance to everybody by about a 50%. We have a new setup now. You already recognize that technically not everything is very smooth yet, but that's why we have this, and we're going to improve that during the next few days. And we will see if it works. And as well, please give us a feedback if you like it or if you don't like it. But we decided we want to try it and see if it does work. Number 8, medical treatments. That's less a feedback that came from you, more than one that came from us. From Monday to Sunday, 9 o'clock, we had 5 accidents. That's already too many. 5 accidents is not good. So 5 people had to be treated by the medical center. It was nothing serious. So please keep that in mind. Be careful. After Sunday, 9 o'clock, 136. Yeah? That's a mismatch, right? Honestly, I was shocked. Yeah? When I heard that figure, I was really shocked. So we clearly analyzed that, a vast majority of the injuries that we do have, or that we did have, was cuts by glass. So we banned glass from the party, so there will not be the nice glass things anymore. It will be something equivalent, but from a different material. And of course, we would like everybody to take a bit care of yourself, because a few of these 136 were as well people having just had a bit too much of the beer, which was so nice. So please make sure that you keep this in mind and try to significantly reduce that number of 136, ideally to a single-digit number or something, yeah? So, but let's hope for the best. So, but please, therefore, have some understanding for what we've done. Number 9, wristbands. That's an innovation, let's say, something that we try new. That was the feedback that it's actually annoying to have like 1,500 different wristbands with different colors and nobody really knows. And then when you have a shower, then it washes off the color, etc., etc. So we will test this year on the drivers an RFID wristband. Yeah, this wristband will carry some data. It's like a chicken in a farm, right? So they have an RFID check, then you know, okay, your name and your weight and your girlfriend's telephone number and all that, right? This will be all saved on that one. And so we're going to test that, and there is a database in behind where we can do a lot of checks, and then we'll know if you have been driving already 15 times and if you've been drunk driving, etc. So we can check that on that, and but there is a plan to, if that works fine, roll that out generally, potentially next year, to replace all the wristbands overall and use a more electronic system. So we're going to see that, and hopefully that will work well. But for the moment, we just use it on drivers, and we will always have a backup system. All right, next topic, English quality at briefings. That was fairly clear. 50% of the morning briefing team were criticized for their English. That's been 2 people, me and somebody else. I was not criticized, even though it's not perfect. However, we decided to execute a training. Could we see that, please?
Okay, today we're in Pat's Corner, where the job is we're going to teach little Master Roske FSC English. We know that Frank has a problem with English, so today we start with the FSC alphabet. So give me an A word. A.
Accumulator.
Accumulator, that's a good word, right? What about B?
Battery.
B for battery, that's very good. Not battery. Battery is when you punch somebody. This is battery like accumulator.
So
right.
Should I punch you?
No. What about C?
Charge.
Capacitor. Capacitor.
Capacitor.
Yeah, C for capacitor. You can say that, right? What about D? Give me a D word.
Discharge register.
That'll do, I'm happy with that. What about E?
Energy meter.
Energy meter is an excellent E word. Very good, Mr. Roske. You're learning very well. What about F?
Fuel.
There is no fuel in an electric car.
No?
No. Fail. F for fail. Okay. And
Don't destroy it.
So we're not sure how much it worked out, because Pat's English is not the best as well. He's from Australia. So, however, we hope it's going to be all right now. And in case you still have issues about understanding, then please ask, you know, especially in the morning briefings. That's what we always ask in doing that. If there is an understanding problem, even though we executed this intense training, please let us know, ask, and we will be very happy to try to make sure that everybody understands that. Okay, that is about the majority of the feedback from the feedback. What you can see is we do have many points, and we do a lot of small things in order to improve this competition, and we really take this serious. So as well, this is an invitation for this year to give us that feedback. You can use the forms that we have been handing out for you in the registration. You can as well use any other piece of paper. You can as well send us an email. No problem. We do score them, and we do store them all. We go through them significantly and with the right level of scrutiny, and want to do that. So please give us more of that. As well, what we have done last year is we first time had a feedback from you for the judges. And I want to give you a short overview about that as well. If you could see the next one. Surprisingly, it was a positive feedback, the majority, which we appreciated very much, and I think the judges as well appreciated. And as well, this is a very positive thing, and thank you for that. The feedback that you gave when it was not only positive was extremely constructive and very helpful. So thank you for that, and please keep that up. And we would be very happy if you would do that again. And therefore, we will have said that we want to do that as well this year. But it's going to be online. We will explain that again in the morning briefings, how you do that. But please do that and help us as well, and help the judges to get a feeling of how they can improve and what you expect from them to do in the judging. Okay? So thanks for that as well. And I hope you will see and feel some of the feedback that you gave as well about improving during the judging sessions. Okay, that's enough about feedback. Last one, let's say. As well, positive feedback on the setup. We have changed last year significantly the track layout. So we opened up the curve there. We opened up some grandstands to increase the event ground, and that was very positively received. So thanks as well for that feedback. So that's why as well we will have that again this year. So that is a very positive news. But I think I don't need to introduce the event side significantly now, because I think everybody knows where is what. Give you a short overview about the schedule. Today we're on Tuesday, almost done. So I want to jump to Wednesday. Most important thing, Wednesday, tomorrow, is the only day where there will not be any team briefing in the morning. So if you want to show up here tomorrow morning at 8 or 7:30, you're very welcome. Right? You may sit here, but there will not be any team briefing. The next days, there will be team briefings, but tomorrow there will not be a team briefing, but there will be, and that is the day tomorrow, significantly scrutineering and tilt, brake, noise, etc. And that's going to be the entire day. And in the afternoon, we will have the engine test bays open. On Thursday, there will be a team briefing at 8 o'clock. Very simply, that's always been the rule. Please show up, specifically the team captains and significantly the drivers. If you want to drive that day, even on test track, you have to be in the briefing. There will be a wristband, it will be tagged, your RFID wristband. If you've not been in the briefing, you will not be entitled to drive that entire day, right? And please come sober, right? So 2 things to do, on time and sober. This is, should be possible. So then Thursday we do have a lot of statics, specifically the electric statics, and we as well continue with the scrutineering the whole day. There will not be any dynamic events, but for sure, or most likely, there will be some test tracks open so that you can do some shakedowns with the cars, etc. Now on Friday, that is a trick. Well, there's a twist in that. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the team briefing will be at 7:30, so half an hour earlier than on Thursday. Be there on time, same rules, etc. And Friday, we do have the statics for the combustion cars, and we do have the skid pad / the wet pad. So a full day as well. Then we will as well have on the Friday the presentation design finals for the combustion teams, and we will have the first part of the award ceremony. So on Friday evening, there will be a first part of the award ceremony. Basically, a significant number of the static awards will be placed, some of the special awards, so there will be quite a lot of awards that will be handed out on the award ceremony on Friday, so we would like to everybody be there and be prepared to take some of the things home that you have achieved. Saturday, simple day, 7:30 briefing, and then we have for you especially the acceleration and the autocross event on the Saturday. Then followed on the Sunday, on the Saturday there is as well the FSC engineering design finals, whereas the FSE design finals will be held on Friday evening. On Sunday, that would then be the last day of this lovely competition. There is again a team briefing at, nobody's sure, 7:30, yes, that's right, 7:30. You will have then the ability to do a course walk. We'll have the entire day, the endurance. And then, finally, we will have the award ceremony, followed by the Male party. That will hopefully as well be, again, a great party. That is briefly about the schedule. Of course, every day in the team briefing, we will in detail explain again the schedule of the day. One more thing, we have prepared an event handbook for everybody, which contains a lot of information, and it was quite some effort to create this document. So everybody, who is working in this organization team had to put in there's deadlines, an annoying lady who always calls you, say, you have to do this, you have to do that, it has to be ready because the teams want it. And then, you recognize nobody read it. That is very disappointing. Yeah? So if you could use that, that would be very helpful for us, because that gives us the feeling that we don't work for the trash bin, but that it has some value. It would make me really proud. So if you could use the event handbook, that would be a real great achievement for us. One more general issue is we have highlighted here safety first, yes. And what I would like to mention is please don't mess with the Autobahn. Yeah, I think everybody knows the Autobahn, right? That's a thing. It really is an institution in Germany. The Autobahn. It's something very quick. People drive like crazy, and they do not mess with the Autobahn. Nobody ever, thank you, Frank, ever messes with the Autobahn. Today somebody tried, so there was a camera team on the Autobahn bridge and created almost an accident. So the police had to show up here and ask you not to mess with the Autobahn. So if you could please leave the Autobahn just on its own, and then the Autobahn will be very happy. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks in the name of the Autobahn. It's not a funny guy, There is enough opportunities for speed around here on this event, so leave the Autobahn alone. Another thing, I already mentioned that. We're going to have some high temperature this year. Most likely there will be something like a heat wave that's going to hit us on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Please be prepared for that. Make sure that you have enough things to drink. Be prepared for some sunscreen. Protect yourself against the sun. Make sure that you don't dehydrate, etc. So please take good care of yourself with respect to that heat. I know there are some people from the tropical areas that will love and joke about this. What a heat wave, this is like Siberia. Yeah, but there are some colleagues from other parts of the world where it's the opposite side. So please make sure that you're prepared and take that consideration. And safety first. That is always an issue that we would like to emphasize on. Please make sure that you do keep and stick to the rules. Make sure you don't work unsafe. Take care of yourself. You wear whatever kind of protection things are needed. Because I already showed you that we had 5 accidents on the Sunday evening, which is, just 5 too many. We don't want to have those. And I tell that like every year, we have statistically, we have 3,000 plus 6,000 guests plus 1,000 something sponsors, etc. So about 10,000 people around here for 5 days. That means statistically we will have 3.2 heart attacks. Right? If we factor in the temperature, it's going to be 7.4. Right? Most likely we are lucky there will not be any heart attack because we are relatively young, which gives us a bit of an improved situation. Whatsoever, I would like to ask you to make sure take good care of yourself, safety first, and please don't mess with the Autobahn. Yeah? And don't mess with Peter. However, let's start this competition now. There is one thing that we need to have before we can really start this competition. I would like to ask the 2 ladies up here. Thanks for joining us. And that is we need some trophies. So, do we have somebody who brought a trophy back from last year? Who would be the first team that has to bring back a trophy? Stuttgart. Hello? Somebody wants to bring back the Stuttgart trophy? Can we see where's Stuttgart? Ah, there they are. Stuttgart. Thank you very much. You think you can get it back again?
We will see.
A bit more confidence, maybe, or something. We will see.
We hope for a good competition.
Okay, us too. So thank you for that. I'll give you something in exchange, okay? So we're gonna have this here. So this is yours, and give me that back. Thank you very much. Give me. And congratulations again for last year's winning. Thanks a lot. University of Stuttgart, last year's winner of the Formula Student Combustion. Another thing left. Who could that be? TU Delft, could you please bring us back the trophy of 2012 FSE winner? They're saving energy. So congratulations again. So now I'm going to ask you a different question. I don't know which one yet, but how do you think you can do it again?
We're not sure, but may the best team win.
That's a very fair statement. So I would say may the best team win, and thank you very much. And please make sure that you take that one home, because we want you to take at least something that you had that. And thanks again for bringing this, and thanks again for competing last year, and good luck for this year to everybody. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
All right. That's it. We're complete. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Thank you very much for listening. And thank you very much for joining us in this great competition. And thank you very much for helping us to make this a fantastic competition 2013 and just a great event that we all can enjoy and have a lot of fun. And please see you all safe here during the next days. And thanks a lot. Just have a lot of success, and may the best teams win.